Hello and Nyob to each and every one of you. In today's video, I wanted to show you how to make my mom's fried pork. And this fried pork is the one that she would typically make for us and pack for us whenever we go on a road trip or any trip in general because it can be eaten cold. And it's super amazing with fresh steamed rice or sticky rice, and also very easy to make as long as you have all the ingredients to do so. So let's just get to it and I will show you how to make it. Let's go! So here we have a 3-pound pork loin that we are going to cut into strips. The fat is still attached onto it, which is totally fine. You could trim it off if you want, but I do find that a little bit of fat does give it flavor. It's your choice to keep it or to trim it off. So my mom likes to cut the pork into strips. You can cut it however shape and size you prefer. It's totally up to you. And you want to cut it to look something like this. We're going to place the pork into a big bowl here and we're going to start marinating it. So this recipe has quite a lot of different seasonings and sauces because my mom typically would just find whatever she can find in the pantry and just put it all and mix it all into the meat here. So down in the description box, I'll put the link to my website so that you can actually look at the recipe, and I have pictures of all the sauces and seasonings that I use specifically for this recipe, so that you can have it as a reference and make this recipe exactly how I make it. So to this, I'm going to add in some sugar. I have some chicken bouillon powder, some garlic powder. I have some white pepper and also some black pepper as well. I'm going to add in some fish sauce. I have some Maggi seasoning sauce here, some sweet dark soy sauce, some oyster sauce, and hoisin sauce as well, a little bit of vegetable oil, and some whole milk. Whole milk actually helps tenderize the meat even more. And that's pretty much it. So I have a pair of gloves on. I am going to massage and mix this really well for at least a minute or so. You want to make sure all the marinade is completely mixed and coated well into the pork, and the milk has thickened up also as you mix it. And here we have it. So my mom likes to marinate this for about 4 hours in room temperature before she cooks it. Or if you don't want to do that, you can definitely just place this in the fridge overnight and then cook it the next day. I just recommend that if you do that, when you take it out from the fridge, just make sure you let it come to room temp before you cook it. After it's marinated, we are ready to cook. Now you can definitely cook the pork however way you like. You can put it in the oven, you can put it in the air fry, it's really up to you, but my mom likes to deep fry this. So deep frying it just gives it extra flavor and extra coloring. I'm using just regular canola oil here. Just put enough to fry in a really good non-stick pan, and then just add enough pork to fry. Try not to overcoat it too much. And we're going to cook this on pretty high heat, around 350 to 375 degrees Fahrenheit, and give it a good stir as you cook it, and allow this to cook for about 5 to 8 minutes or until it's golden brown to your liking. So after 8 minutes or so, we'll take the pork out. It looks good for me. This is the color that I like. Now if you want, you can definitely cook this a little longer to give it even more darker color, but we are pretty much done here. Go ahead and place it on a plate and drain it really well, or put it in a strainer. It's really up to you. and then continue frying the rest. And here we have it. This is my mom's fried pork. Now, if you were going to be eating this pork warm, one of my favorite ways to enjoy this is simply with some fresh sticky rice here. You can also eat it with steamed rice, it's really up to you. And then I have some fresh tomato pepper that I made here as well because I wanted to use up all the tomatoes I grew this year. But you could definitely make any pepper dip you want. This pork goes well with any type of pepper dip. I do have a playlist of all types of pepper dips that I love to make and enjoy, so I'll put the link down below as well. And it's kind of helped cleanse this meal. I like to make what we like to call C.HawjCreations, which is basically a very simple pumpkin soup. And all I did was cut up my kombucha squashes that I grew this year into chunks and just boil it in water and add a little bit of sugar to make it a little bit sweeter, and that's pretty much it. And then you can go ahead and enjoy the meal. Now, eating this fried pork with sticky rice is amazing, but my all-time favorite to enjoy this is with some fresh steamed rice that has been mixed in with the C.HawjCreations that we made, or the kombucha squash soup that we made. You simply pour the soup over some fresh steamed rice and mix it really good and enjoy it with the meat and some pepper dip on the side. And this is it for today's video. I hope you can give this recipe a try. Until then, I will see you in my next video.